What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day, learning more about your purpose, your mission, your life path, putting in that work, right? And as you can see on the screen, we are continuing our presentation series when it comes to merging with your guardian angel, your higher self, so to speak, or that God or goddess within you. And the only way you can do that, we got to work through these 7 centers of integration that we've been talking about, right? So every presentation is designed to give you more tools to put in your toolbox. So make sure you get at least one takeaway from each presentation to get you going, okay? So with that being said, again, if you're new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And so again, it's all about the 7 centers of integration. And today we're going to cover the base center, the first one, right? Dealing with do or do. And so at this center, you got to get off your butt and do something if you want something new to happen in your life. So you need to take new steps, read those new books, right? And test things out and get off your butt, to be the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen, okay? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and grow through this thing together. And underneath all the layers, remember, it's all about unity consciousness, all right? These are messages from the universe or source within you, because you know what? You are your own universe. So it's time for each and every one of us to take full responsibility and accountability for all of our actions. So we can't blame nobody but ourselves for the things that are happening to us, right? So but we can control our thoughts, belief, words, emotion, actions. So I want to be clear about that. So there's no cookie cutter recipe to life, but we got to do our own research and test things out for ourselves. So with that being said, by you being, intuitively led to these presentations, obviously you receive your call to adventure. You realize that we all been lied to on a mass level. So, it's all about leaving no stone unturned. So you want to do your own research, figure out how this thing works, how the universe work, right? So you receive your call to adventure. So when you have those higher thought forms, the universe is going to line you up with people like myself, sharing their true ups and downs, the things that work, the things that don't work, and the tools that help me level up, right? Like these 7 hermetic principles. So if you don't know anything about these, you are doing these things whether you know it or not, each and every day. These are the universal laws, okay? So by you setting your intentions to have a better understanding, overstanding these principles and applying these things, testing them out and see how they work, the universe is going to mirror your intent. Okay, so there's no cookie cutter recipe. You're going to make some mistakes as you grow, through your own personal transformation and atonement process, but the experience is going to make you wise, okay? And you'll be able to tell somebody else, that's having similar experience, like how to grow, through the next step similar to you. So the universe gonna line you up with people like yourself. Once you grow through a process, right, the universe gonna line you up with somebody that's gonna need your assistance, okay? So it's an ecosystem, not an ego system. So it's a give and take, not a take and give, okay? I hope that makes sense. So with that being said, underneath all the layers, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you some key points and my takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here because we're gonna walk through these. We talked a lot about the external, the material aspects of our reality, the external, right? And now we're going to tap in. We're going to go within our spirit, all these spiritual experiences. So a lot of you guys are having your own unique spiritual experiences, okay? And I want to share some of my experiences with you guys and give you some additional tools, right? And some references to get you going on your step, all right? But it's all about you doing your own research and seeing the bigger picture. It's all about seeing different perspectives so you can see the whole big pie, right? So with that being said, underneath all of this, you're a divine light being here to have this human experience as you, all right? And so when you get ready to set center stage, your mom and daddy gonna link up, right? And you're gonna pop through the divine portal of your mother, right, to have your human experience as you. And while you down here, you here to get that knowledge, experience and wisdom that you need. And that's going to come on 2 different planes. You got the spiritual knowledge and you got the material knowledge. You got 360 over here, but it's all about maintaining balance, okay? So when you here, I repeat, you here to get the knowledge that you need, the spiritual and material knowledge that you need. Test things out to get that experience, see what works, see what doesn't work for you, and you're going to find your own sweet spot. And by you doing that each and every day is going to make you wise. And that's going to give you that 720 degrees of knowledge equal 9. And you're going to realize your quality of life is going to change from the inside out. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So if you want to, to have a better, a spiritual perspective, of understanding, please watch Astral City, a spiritual journey. Astral City, a spiritual journey. It can walk you through the growth and transformation process here. Okay. And also, with that being said, you know, it's all about us taking full responsibility and accountability for all our actions. So, you know, if you feel like your life has been stagnant, you haven't been growing spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, just, you know, we operate in 7-year growth cycle. Okay, so just reflect, sit with yourself and reflect, and start writing things down. If you feel like you haven't, you know, had a growth spurt in a while, just look back at the people, placing an event that popped up in your life that kind of slowed you down from your path, and you can reverse engineer to figure out the overall root cause to anything: health, spiritual, emotional. Just figure out the root cause and then go from there, start all over. Okay, so to have that better balance with these 7 hermetic principles, as you know, reprogram your life, re-engineer your life. Okay, the principle of truth are 7. Okay, that's easy. Like he or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch all doors of the temple in your mind fly open. Okay, and they consist of, as above so below. Everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical. We got mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, right? We've been talking about that. Gender, right? And then also, to make sure you always keep your mind focused on your heart chakra and your heart space. That way you don't get off your path, right? We got the 7 principles of Ma'at. We've been talking about this. So this is not no religion. These are just tools to help get your to guide your thought and behavior on your heart. So when you engaging with people, it's all about staying in that heart, in that present moment, in the now. Okay, so Ma'at, again, it's an ancient system of morals and value that's going to guide your thought and behavior, okay, as you navigate in your own matrix reality. Okay, and so these consist of truth, based on the fact, with honesty and integrity; justice, a state of fairness and lawful judgment; we got righteousness, a state of consistent good conduct; we got reciprocity, what goes around comes around; balance, equal distribution of weight; order, a correct sequence of thought and action, not action then thought. Okay, and then lastly, we got harmony, a one accord, one pleasing arrangement. So the world is equal divided between the people that trying to lift people up or the people trying to tear people down. So your next move gonna either tip the scale in one of those directions. So are you here to lift people up? Are you here to tear people down? Are you here to help, you know, level up the planet, you know, increase the overall energy, frequency, and vibration of the planet, you know, to help add value to people, you know, share references, right, to help to get them out of jam, you know, because a lot of people been living on repeat. And you have some beings down here like yourself, especially you watching these presentations, you know this information that I'm sharing with you. You just need a quick reminder, so to speak. Okay, so again, it's all about the base chakra here. We dealing with Do, okay, and this dealing with what? Survival, physical needs, tribal, and then you got association. Then this is in the lumbar and coccygeal plexus region, and in the adrenals. And then you got the related functions here. We got the adrenal, fight, flight, response, okay, and that's dealing with the root chakra through fear tactics and manipulation, okay, right? And then we have the bones, skeleton, and structure. All right, and we're going to hit all of these different levels, because these are all different aspects of you from the inside, the spiritual, you know, aspects of you that nobody can see or hear, that your own inner voice. You the only one that can hear that voice. Okay, so with that being said, it's all about, you know, raising the overall energy, frequency, and vibration, and raising your level of consciousness too. The more you know, the more you grow, especially when you have great information that can nourish your mindset. So a lot of people been stuck in the root chakra, dealing with the terrestrial, the low vibration knowledge. Okay, it's time to, you know, increase our mental state by, you know, basically exercising our brain. So we're gonna grow from the physical through the emotional, tapping into the celestial knowledge, and hit that divine mind, which leads to your guard particle within yourself. And how can you do this on a consistent basis each and every day? Just stay in the present moment. The universe is going to line up the right people, placing the event, all kind of different synchronicities. Mother Nature going to tag team your butt, and you're going to realize, like, you are not alone. Okay, so just pay attention, be aware. All right, and so I'm giving you the as above so below. You got the spiritual brain map, you know, lining up your chakras, you know, dealing with, you know, everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical, right? So you're getting the as above so below. We got Ida, Pingala, right, and Sushumna here, right, in the midbrain. then again, so it's time for all of us to take full responsibility and accountability for our action. And by you doing that, you're going to take control of your mind. What do you put in your mind each and every day? So you got the neocortex, which is the rational or thinking brain. That's your genius brain, right? Then we're going to tap into that limbic system, the emotional or feeling brain. Then you have the reptilian brain, down here dealing with instincts and dinosaur brain, and that's where fear and manipulation live with, especially dealing with the television and the amygdala region. And we just spoke about that trigger of the flight, fight, or the freeze. And then down here in this, the lower reptilian brain is also dealing with sex, drug, work, sports, survival, gossip, versus dealing with critical thinking. So you can figure out, like, man, how can I do things for myself? How can I make my own money? How can I set up generational wealth? How does the universe really work? Where did we come from? How did we get here? What is my purpose and mission? You're going to start asking some stronger questions versus just blindly believing people. Okay. So it's time, for all of us to realize, like, hey, material items gonna come and go, but it's time to realize that knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. Because once you know how to do things for yourself, you can duplicate that thing, right? And then you can help enlighten somebody else and show them how to do something, and just to keep it as simple, it's just something like as cooking, right? Or how to save money on a consistent basis. Little simple stuff, right? But once you learn how to, do things for yourself, that's really empowering, right? So if you don't learn anything else, please learn those 7 hermetic principles. Going to take you far. It's time to balance yourself. There's a good side, not so good side to everything, right? We just spoke about that. A lot of people been preconditioned programmed to focus on the material side. So it's time to tilt that scale back and let's talk about the spiritual, so you can balance the scale and see both sides and tap into your divine, intelligence within yourself. Okay. So as you navigate in your own matrix reality, be mindful of your words. Your words have power to lift people up or to tear people down. So when it comes to the base center here, right, we're dealing with the base center. This is the Muladhara chakra, and the attributes of grounded and earthy. It relates to the physical needs of the flesh, right? You have those fleshly desires, biological function, and physical pains and comfort. Physical location is down there in that pelvic plexus, the base of the spine, what we just talked about right here, right? And then with the element, it deals with earth. And remember, as you navigate, you're more aware now. If you've been intuitively led to these presentations, you realize your body is more than what you've been told. Your body is the temple of your spirit, and your body is the vehicle by which your guardian angel, your higher self, the God or goddess within yourself, manifests in this physical world with you to help you navigate. Are you paying attention? Okay. So if it's your will, for example, to be an athlete, but your body is out of shape, then your body becomes a limitation, right? So it is through your senses and action of your body you may act to accomplish your will in this life. So by getting off your butt, realize, like, man, maybe I need to do a couple push-ups, sit-ups, and some squats every day just to get things going. Let's start with just 10, and then you'll realize just by doing 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 body squats every day, you don't even have to go to the gym. After about 30, 60, 90 days, you'll realize, like, man, I don't need a gym. I just need daily, consistent action through repetition and refining and repeating the process. Figure out what works, what doesn't work. Maybe you need to do variation with those little simple exercises, and you realize, like, hey, I can cut out the middleman. Great work. You got it. So it is through, your senses and action of your body. Again, you may act to accomplish your will in this life. So the genetic code that created you is very sacred, okay, and is a manifestation of your higher self, the God or goddess within yourself, thus the God particle that we just talked about. Okay, so these are my personal takeaways when it comes to the base center here, when it comes to the 7 centers of integration, and just the overall feeling. Okay, so just do your own research. So again, once you come into just, the core, the beginning stage of your spiritual experience with knowledge of self, you realize, like, man, I am responsible for maintaining my body and keeping it safe, healing it, and not ignoring or abusing it. And so this is a sacred trust because your body is an extension of the divine. Okay, are you paying attention? So So it's an extension of the divine in the material world. So the unity of the body and spirit is the overall goal. I repeat, the unity of the body and the spirit is the overall goal. So the things you put into your body, your input equals your output. So the foods that you eat, the things that you drink are having these effects. It's going to either, help you stay in tip-top shape, or are you gaining weight? Your weight is fluctuating. All right, you have no control. So it's okay to start all over. Start, cutting out everything and start from scratch again. You want those higher energetic frequency foods, okay? So, and that's going to help, you tap into your divine inner, okay? I'm just letting you know, okay? Excuse me. So the things you put in your body and how you treat it and maintain it all affects your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So this also affects your ability to communicate and become one with your divine inner, okay? So with your divine inner energy, the God or goddess within you, your intuition. Number 2, now your angel, your spiritual team, this divine essence within you is made of finest, spiritual vibration. Okay, we talking about celestial knowledge here. We talking about dealing with these higher vibrations. Okay, remember that. And at the core is based on light energy, holography. Okay, so it has trouble coexisting, with a rundown or a toxic body. So if you eating those low dense vibration foods, it's gonna hinder your communication, your downloads, your cheat codes, your ideas, those intuitive thoughts, right? So the best way to describe it, would you invite somebody, a special guest, somebody you really care about, and you want to impress them, with a dirty house? So I don't think you would do that. It's a few out there would do that, but I don't think you would, right? So in other words, if you really want to connect, you got to clean up your temple from the inside out, not the outside in. All right. Number 3, keep yourself clean, exercise, and maintain your body's health. Be aware of what you put into your body and how it affects you, again, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Things like food additives and common drugs like caffeine, nicotine, and sugar intake. So if you can cut out that sugar, I promise you're gonna start having some extra clarity, okay? But you can use the natural sugar, but that white sugar, I promise you, but it impacts your health on all levels, okay? Number 4, everything in the cosmos, all matter and energy is connected. Like I've been talking about this from day one. Everything's interconnected, even you and I. That's why you keep coming to these presentations trying to figure out, like, okay, Chris is on to something. He's sharing some good tools. Some of this stuff make a little sense to me, okay? Why am I feeling like I know this stuff, right? Because we're all interconnected. I'm just tapping in and dropping some reminders, but you got to do your own research, okay? So again, all matter is connected. Everything starts with your physical body. So at the base, dealing with this center here, this center is the base of your energetic and spiritual being. So what am I saying? You got to be true to yourself. So once you tap into knowledge of self, you got to take full responsibility and accountability and be true to yourself. So don't fake it till you make it, right? Be true to yourself until you make it, right? And so that leading in, your body, number 5, is the animal self personified. So what does that mean? So it has your animal self, the animal reptilian part of you has its own will too, locked into your DNA code. So it has its own lust and eating, programs that it need to go by to function, right? But with that being said, your body responds to, these animal urges and subconscious programs. So by you tapping into knowledge of self and taking full responsibility, you need to be able to overcome those subconscious urges and desires, okay, and be, and lead by example, because you taking the lead, you picking up the control in your life. All right. So what does that mean? Be mindful of your shadow. I know you're gonna have these natural instincts. They are hot-wired in your brain and your nervous system with these, fight, flee, breed, politics, and territorial instincts. So once you know who you are, the best person to vote for is yourself. Okay, because you taking your own lead. You're the lead of your own life. Nobody's gonna do it but you, right? So with that being said, as we get ready to close things out, instincts are necessary. That's where I'm going with this. Your instincts are necessary, okay? But the balance is key, okay? I repeat, instincts are necessary, but balance is key. So if your ego is left in charge, it loves to use excuses and excess, like, oh, I'll do it next week, I'll do it in a couple days, Or they were like, man, you know, I put a lot of work in this. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna ball out today. No, you know, there is a tomorrow. Okay, it's a never-ending story for you, Reflection. I care about you that much. And as we close things out, your higher self is you in all ways, the highest aspect of you, as you can see right here. Okay, so listen to your body. Don't ignore or neglect it, please. So it goes against the spirit. Okay, your spirit, you'll get that little tight feeling in your gut, right in your solar plexus, when you off balance. Okay, so with that being said, everything's a manifestation from the inside out, not the outside in. So a poor attitude is going to reflect in your outer reality. All right, so this has been my takeaways when it comes to, we're going to walk through these 7 centers of integration, merging with your higher self, guardian angel with you, or, you know, the God or goddess within you, and we're going to get things going. Okay, so again, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. And now that you know Earth is a school, please invest into your mental, spiritual, emotional health. 15 minutes every day. Get this book, The Astral Body by A.E. Powell. Astral Body by A.E. Powell. Okay, again, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. We'll be back with the next center, the genital center number 2 with Ray. But again, until then, take care of yourself, love yourself, leave no stone unturned. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.